All right, grade sevens, there was a short intermission, my internet cut out, but we are now going to be taking this table of values and we're going to be creating a graph. So by identifying where our X and our Y numbers are, we're going to be setting up our scale. Here's our 0. So again, our X is going to be our input or our term value, and then our Y is going to be, the value or the output. I want to make sure that I am establishing a consistent scale so that I am able to represent the numbers appropriately. I'm starting here at 0. I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty. So I'm just going to review how to plot coordinates on a grid before we continue on. So we know that our X is here. So we are going to go from our 1 and our output value is 5. So we are going to find 5 on our plane. Our 2, we're going to find our 2, and then we are going to go up to 7. And then our 3, we're going to find our 3 on the X, and you're going to go up to where the 9 would be on the Y with a dot. I do have an example that's just going to help us, but this would be how you would be plotting those coordinates on a grid. So I'm just going to erase our work here, show you an example of the completed graph, and then we will be moving on. So just as we had done, it's just a little bit clearer and easier for us. We now have our input number, which is our X, whoops, moving that, this is what we need, there we go. And our output number, which is our Y. Looking at this pattern, it is an increasing pattern. It also is in a straight line. So we're just going to think back to last week. What do we call patterns that are represented in a straight line? If you said linear pattern, you are correct. The points lie on a straight line. To get from one point to the next, you are moving 1 unit to the right, and then you are going 2 units up. Moving 1 to the right is the same as adding 1 to your input. Moving 2 units up is the same as adding 2 to your output number. Because I have a relationship between my term number and my value, I would be able to find a 50th term using this relationship. 50 times 2 is 100, plus 3 would give me 103, and I would be able to graph the pattern. Awesome.